Hello everybody and welcome to Minecraft 21W07A, the newest snapshot for Minecraft 1.17 Caves and Cliffs update here. We have a few new blocks that have been introduced into the game here, this update, which we'll be looking at here first, which is Grimstone. Grimstone is found in layers below 0, so this is more than likely the stone that we're going to be finding that's found in the deep dark area, assuming that deep dark is the area below the 0 axis on the Y. But anyway, we do have different varieties here. We have just plain old Grimstone. We have polished Grimstone. We have brick Grimstone, tiled Grimstone, and chiseled Grimstone. Now, as for what this face is, I'm going to assume it's the Warden's face here, because all of these chiseled blocks tend to have faces of different mobs here. So if we take a look at the other types of chiseled blocks that we have the chiseled nether brick, we have chiseled sandstone, chiseled red sandstone, and chiseled polished black stone, which all have marks that indicate different mobs. As we see here, we have skeleton, could be more likely wither skeleton since it is another brick. We have the creeper face on the sandstone block, very iconic there. We have the wither being displayed here on red sandstone. And then we also have piglins being, displayed on the black stone, since they make their bastions out of those. So, more than likely, it's probably the warden there, what they're trying to go for that block, but that is what we got. We also do have their varieties of stairs, slabs, and even fences here. They all kind of connected up here when I sat them down here, but each of them have their varieties, obviously, except for the chiseled here. Other updates here, we have ore texture changes. So a lot of the, from what they said here from the notations here, that they're changing the ore textures here to be more distinguished from each other here, is just for people who have a harder time to see what those ores are. I have fallen into that category sometimes, not as often though, but where most obvious is when it comes to trying to spot diamonds here, and sometimes seeing lapis instead. I do think, however, though, between the ore texture changes here, that they all do look good. I definitely love the redstone here. Don't know what about it is, but I do like the kind of like lazy, angry kind of lookingness of redstone there. But the only one I would say that would probably have some issues here, maybe still between here or the iron and gold. Just because it's kind of got that similar shape in this like general area here and over here for it. So that one can still probably be more easily misconstrued, especially in a dark cavernous place. But overall, I do think that the new ores look great. The other things that we have new to look at, well, not to look at really, but go over here, is the new ore generations here. I'll probably bring it up on screen here. The images for how the first iteration of the new generation is going to work here. Instead of having just all of it spawn at once in the world with the same amounts throughout, it looks like we're going to get varying different amounts at different levels, even to the point where coal will stop spawning before by the time it hits the 0 on the y-axis. Coal will not spawn in the deep dark, or well, below y level 0. Gold, however, now will increase itself going through into the deep dark. Looks like it's going to be your most profitable to find here at y equals -16, so around that area. Now it looks like we have two different types of lapis generation. So we have a variety of lapis, which looks like it kind of similar to its old model in 1.16, where it will generate in its formation there. Looks like, but they did move it down, or actually it looks like they increased the range of it. So we have Y32 is where it starts generating at, and negative Y32 where it will stop generating at. But it's best found at around y equals 0. So kind of similar. Looks like they did shrink the how much is found in the certain areas for it, but they did overall spread out its range of where it can be found. Let's see. Looks like there's also, though, right, I did forget. We do have that hidden buried lapis, it looks like. It looks like it's the only one that's like this, where it has buried lapis. I don't know what that means. It's not in the notations of describing what it means by it's buried. Looks like also now emeralds, instead of just spawning between 30 or about 30 and 0 there, it looks like now it will spawn more frequently at higher elevations, up to 256, majority in mountain biomes. So we might have to take a look, see if we can spot any in the overworld here, since we are in an extreme hills biomes. Let's see. Iron, and then we also have copper. It looks like copper will be spawning the most frequently around y equals 48. Iron will be most frequently spawning around y equals 32. It will stop. Iron will start spawning at, what is that? Y equals 80, and will stop spawning around y equals 16. Copper will start spawning just a little bit above 97, and will stop spawning at 0. Diamonds. Diamonds are going to be much more rare. They won't start. They will start spawning kind of normally around at the y equals 16 mark, but won't be until you get way down there in that lower area to about, let's see, the highest it would be, I'd say y equals 50, it looks like, from determining where this chart is where the most diamonds are going to start spawning. So they're going to be spawning quite frequently in that lower, darker area. So it sounds like they're going to try to make that area really dangerous to get to, since it's going to spawn more frequently there. Redstone, kind of in the similar boat there, but it spawns in bigger batches from where it starts at Y16, and then will increase kind of exponentially as it goes down, where it's most frequently going to be found at looks to be negative 56 is what I can see here from the chart. And then we also do have a random spurt of iron that is also going to be spawning from y equals 128 all the way up to 256. So for whatever reason, iron gets kind of double in a weird way. That's weird. It stops spawning between the ranges of 128 and, well, a little bit below 120. It looks maybe 126, 127 is when it will start spawning again, and then stop spawning after that, below that point, and then starts spawning again about y equals 80. So it's got that weird gap there. But then again, this is not going to be final. It is the first iteration for the 1.17 generation, so we have that to look forward to. The only other thing we haven't checked out yet is the new Redstone Inventory here. So let's spread that up here. So they decided to split this up into the Essentials, Unique Activators, Miscellaneous, Common Activators, and Openables. So you're going to be able to find a lot more of the redstone tools that you need at your disposal closer to the top here. So obviously, redstone dust, essential in every redstone build, basically, except flying machines. And then we're going to be having like observers, redstone, well, not even redstone torches, mostly just observers and pistons and sticky and slime blocks. But those aren't redstone based, though. They're in here. But all of those essentials there. You got redstone, redstone torch, the redstone block. We got the repeaters, comparators, lecterns. I don't know why that is up here in, because they're unique activators. Let's see. That's interesting. Why would the lectern be up there? I would be putting that more in kind of more of miscellaneous area, but, you know, who am I to say? I don't know how many people use lecterns for it. I used to be into redstone building and then dropped out of it, so I'm not entirely too sure about how a lot of these builds work with a lot of the new redstone stuff. But yes, so this is what the new interface looks like here. It's just going to be nice to be able to just grab what you need right away there for it. And then the only other thing that we have to go over here today is the new world generation. So apparently they thought that the new caves, the new huge caves, were too abundant. So they have tweaked that to have them spawn more rarely, but they also did decrease the chance that they will be filled with water. This obviously could be changing in the future. I really hope that they don't make them too rare. I did like that world generation. Will fly around here in a moment to see how much it did change. Hopefully it's not too much of a tweak to be that too much more rare. Let's see, double checking here. Looks like they're also tweaking the positions for diorite, andesite, and granite, but it wasn't shown up on that map there, so we didn't cover that. Apparently, diorite, granite, and dirt, oh, I didn't read that, will no longer spawn below y=0. So if you really don't like those blocks, or you don't want to get a bunch of those blocks, your best bet is now to get below the y-axis on 0, and you will not have to worry about finding any more of those. Did mention something here about strongholds are now mostly encased in stone. Not knowing what that means. Looks like they're doing some more stuff with the mineshaft corridors, that they're going to have lock pillars or chains when they are spawning. Maybe we can see that in action here once we do go into our spectator mode to find out the new generations here. So let's take a quick look. So it looks like we got a lot of spaghetti caves going around here. Doesn't look to be too bad. Okay. Yeah, they do look to be a little bit more rare. We got still a bunch of giant ones over here, so it doesn't look to be too much more rare. Oh, hello. Looks like we just got right into a cave here full of Grimstone. Ooh, very creepy. I wonder if they're going to probably change more of the textures here, because this looks like a really big bricked room. Or if they're going to add in textures here so that these kind of blend in more. That would definitely be useful to see. Well, not useful to see, but, you know, just make it merge a little better. They still have plenty of time, so don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Ooh, there's a nice big area over here. Let's go look at that. I don't know. It still looks as full as it was. Ooh, this is like a final boss chamber room. Ooh, diamonds. Hello. Let's see. Why is that color different? Oh, is it because it's being hit by that? It must be it. Yeah, okay, it's being lit up by that. Alright, so it does look like here we can find emeralds above ground as it stated there in that post. I found one here in the mountain biomes. Just taking a quick look at that. Yep, so Minecraft mountains here. We can find here now the emeralds. As of right now, I don't see any other ones that were spawned inside this particular cliff. I did double round it, just double check here for it. Don't see it. Not like the emeralds were too particularly hard to come across to begin with, since you know, you have not Enderman farm. It's villager farms there that you can just sit there and spam, get a bunch of emeralds for. But now we can find them even more easier. So look at that, emeralds there spawning above ground instead of underneath it. Not like it was much of a hard task to do when you were ever in mountain biomes here. It was always pretty easy to find a bunch of emeralds, but now they just made it even easier. So it looks like they're just trying to entice more players to trade with their villagers there. But yeah, so that looks like to be everything here inside of the new Minecraft update here. So we will and wrap it up there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time another video is, or not another video, another update is released here, we will cover that, all the new changes that are in that, and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of these, click down below the like button, leave a comment, tell me how I did, what could be improved, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!